All right, we are continuing on section 9.4 with example 3. And really the only thing, you guys, that's going to change here is that instead of it being just x squared, we're going to have some type of number in front of x squared that we'll have to factor out or divide by. So my step 1 here, I have 2x squared plus 20x minus 8 is equal to 0. Remember that your first step, you always want to get the constant by itself, the number alone, on the right side, and then have all the x squared and x terms on the left side. So what I did here was add 8 to both sides, which left me with 2x squared plus 20x is equal to 8. And once it is in this form, we're able to go on with completing the square. So like I said, the only thing that is different about this problem is that we have a coefficient or a number in front of x squared. So we want to make sure that we can get rid of that. And the way that we do that is by dividing everything, both sides of the equal sign, by 2. So when I divide everything by 2, I'm left with x squared plus 10x is equal to 4. So now I'm doing similar to what we did in example 2. I'm first going to complete the square on the left. So half of that x term, half of 10x would be 5. And then I'm going to square it to get 25. So I'm going to add 25 to both sides of the equal sign. And I'm left with x squared plus 10x plus 25 equals 29. I'm going to go ahead and factor that trinomial on the left into a perfect square. So I have the quantity of x plus 5 squared is equal to 29. All right, so 29 is not a perfect square, which means I'm going to have to approximate my answer. So when I take the square root of both sides, I'm left with x plus 5 is equal to the square root of 29. Now I kind of drew an arrow off to the side. The square root of 29 is going to be positive or negative 5 and 39 hundredths. And I did have to finish solving my equation to get x by itself, so I subtracted 5 from both sides. Now what I'm left with as my solution is x is equal to negative 5 plus 5 and 39 hundredths, or x is equal to negative 5 minus 5 and 39 hundredths. So my final solutions, again, these are approximations. They are not exact, but rounded to the nearest hundredths place. X could be 39 hundredths, or x could be around negative 10 and 39 hundredths. Those are my two solutions, and they are approximations because 29 was not a perfect square, so I had to round that. All right, we have one problem here for you to try as the monitoring progress. Similar to what you saw above, there's going to be those added steps of dividing everything by the coefficient of g squared. So go ahead and pause, give this problem a try, and then I will show you the work and the answer. All right, so here's the work and solution for monitoring progress number 6. I would suggest that you guys go ahead and click pause just to kind of review. But if you were able to find that the solutions are approximately 6 and 65 hundredths and 1 and 35 hundredths, that means that you did your work correctly. If you didn't get that as the right answer, just click pause, go through and follow step by step how I was able to get to that answer, and hopefully you'll be able to figure it out. If you guys need any help with this today, feel free to send me an email. We can set up a Zoom, whatever you'd like.